everybody, it's me, Ashley Brooke. I'm autistic. So I just want to update you guys and give you some resources. So if you have autistic children or any child with disabilities, there is I met with an advocate today from CASA, I believe, through the it's called I think it's called Voices for Children, and I met with them because I have a situation where I have no family support, and though I'm educated and I care deeply about my children, and I'm the best person to help them, I still lack resources. And for that reason, and me being so not enough time in the day, and all my kids' therapies, and it's just there's not enough time for me to get myself stable without resources, get myself housing without resources, get myself the support that we need, and to get myself back into the workforce. So this advocate had seen my YouTube channel, and she met with me, and she informed me that her, I guess, supervisor wanted her to tell me that if I wanted support in what they do is they give me it's called they link me up with it's called I think it's called rehabilitation. I'm gonna put the link on here. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like the Department of Rehabilitation. And what that is it's not it's like for rehabilitation for disabled people. So what they do is they intervene, they help get like the resources to get the children their in-home support services, get them their respite. They help you with housing situation. Once you get able to get stable, they will fund and pay for your education if you want to go back to school. If you want just like a some sort of like job trade, and they will like interview you and see what they think the best and practical way for you to start earning your own income again, so you can help your children and at the same time still be able to be there for your children. So they gave me the link. I talked to them. I was like all on board because I was like, you know what, my hands have been tied for so many years. I haven't been able to work. I used to work just fine, and but because of my unfortunate circumstances, and no support and no child support, nothing like that, it's been very difficult. So now that I have Section 8 already happening for myself, in 2 weeks to say it should be active, I started looking for a house. Once I get into the house, I'm going to set up all the respite, get all the in-home care providers and stuff like that, get my daughter in school, so I'll have the whole morning off when my kids are at school. And I'm still going to see my options. I haven't did that meeting yet, but she asked me how would I like to work for like an organization where I can help people, teach people about autism, or work as an advocate for autistic people, and and they're going to see what my options are, like as far as like scheduling, stuff like that, what would work into my with what I do for my children. And so they help and fund and support and make sure that everything is that I have the opportunities. It's basically like to give me the opportunity. You have to still do the work and have to have the motivation, but that is a major resource that will intervene, jump in, and be like, okay, you need this, let's do that. We're going to meet up, make sure you have those resources. They inform you of the resources. They inform you. I already knew pretty much most of the resources. I'm already almost there. It took me a second, though, to navigate and figure that out. I wish I knew about them sooner. But yeah, I'm super excited. I feel that, it's a good way to stay connected too. If you have autistic children, to work, in the community for autistic people, it'll keep your practice fresh. It'll keep, you involved and have the resources and connections and the latest information. So yeah, I'm going to put the link on here. Definitely check it out. You don't have to go through CASA. I believe that is usually like you get it like through like I think you usually get it like through a social worker. I asked a social worker if they can please help me get an advocate because I had trouble finding one that would assist us. So San Diego has been very helpful, uh, and that's the social workers. In LA County, they had me misunderstood, and it was really annoying and insulting, and it was pretty much discrimination. But once San Diego County had came and met with me, and I explained to them everything, they acknowledged, that I'm on the spectrum and that all this is just a lack of resources. But I had to go to a treatment center because there was no housing, shelters, nothing like that. And I had a roommate that shoved my kids in the ground because he was being discriminatory. And I tried to get a restraining order. I didn't stand in court because my son's nonverbal, and they said that he wouldn't be considered a witness. And so I went through a lot of unfortunate discrimination and like trauma. I mean, we pretty much had to come to San Diego and start all over. I had to lie and go into a treatment program just to get immediate shelter for my kids. I think it's crazy that they have so many resources for and like immediate shelter and for like addicts to go there and get the tools that they need to survive, but they didn't have it for single mothers with autistic kids or for autistic adults that have kids. I was like, that's ridiculous. There's no equal opportunity. Addicts are getting more assistance than I am. So somebody coached me and told me, like, well, forget it, just go online, just take advantage of the resource. And they don't have resources for you, you got to do what you have to do. So I went and did that, and it was really messed up that I had to sit there and act like I had some issue. I couldn't do it that long because I'm so like an open book that I don't like lying. It just makes me really uncomfortable. So like after like I don't know, like a month, less than a month of me being there, I was like, you know what, I can't, I told them the truth and told everybody, there, and they understood why I did it, and they still let us stay there until we were linked up with other resources and until we got to Section 8. The social workers figured out and saw that what the issue was and that it wasn't that I wasn't there for that reason, and they were like, oh my God, you really do have nobody. Let's give you Section 8 immediately. So they really told me that we're going to get you Section 8 a month ago, and it's already going to happen in 2 weeks. So I think like if there's not all social workers are bad, if you really are, dedicated parent, then you should have nothing to be afraid of. Of course, be smart and make sure that you really take advantage when they give you those resources, because then otherwise it's gonna look like, oh, you're just lazy, or you're just like you're neglecting. So you really gotta be like you really gotta be that type of person. It has to be a real true situation to where that really is all the issue. Okay, like my situation. So now, yeah, I'm very happy that San Diego, that I came out here, because now the social workers are actually doing their job the way it's supposed to. Before I was struggling with resources so bad that I called child services and I was like, hey, I need help with resources. They're like, we can help you with family preservation and get you all these support and housing, but you have to do a voluntary case. That's the only way they do it. Did a voluntary case, and they didn't help me at all. It was ridiculous. And instead they just interrogated me and asked me. I was like, what the heck? I called you guys. It was stupid. But San Diego is doing it right. Honestly, I have to give San Diego some credit. Regional center doesn't fund as much stuff out here in San Diego, but as far as the department, honestly, I'm shocked too. I mean, I've had another social worker in the past before, and there was two of them that were really nice, and I always have them involved because I have no family support and I have seizures, and I left 2 babies' dads, and so there was issues for that, like custody battle and stuff like that. But so far I've only had one bad social worker. But like I said, I'm not hiding anything. I'm an open book, and that's why, and I truly am dedicated to my kids, and I always have been. That's why it works out that way for me. So if you are like me and you're honestly just struggling, just get the help that you need. There's more, I didn't know how to call for those resources, so you might want, it's going to end right now. So I'll do